Significant.
Significant.
Welcome to Significant Life, the podcast for women who want to live, lead, and serve from an anchored place. I'm your host, Janice Anderson, wife, mother of three, CEO, and lover of all things Jesus. I firmly believe that strong women need an even stronger support system. So whether you need to get it done or come undone, this is a place where you can do it all without second guessing who you are, disconnecting from those you love, or undervaluing your irreplaceable contribution to the world. Regardless of what you're facing, this I know for sure. You were created to live and enjoy a significant life. Let's dive into today's episode. Today's topic is unlocking your unlimited life. Yes, unlocking your unlimited life. And you're like, okay, Janice, what is an unlimited life? You fill in the blank. What does your life need to be unlimited? Unlimited joy, unlimited peace, unlimited potential, unlimited possibility, unlimited prosperity and favor. Whatever it is you need that you can benefit from in this season of your life, girl, this is going to unlock it. And I'm so excited that we're here together. If you think this topic is going to be valuable to you or another woman, somebody you love, maybe somebody that you know you're like having a hard time or just in a stuck place, don't gatekeep. Let's normalize living God's best for our life all the time. By the way, I'm Janice Anderson, Christian women leaders, founders, executives, business leaders, and ministry leaders come to me when navigating seasons of transition, bouncing back from setback, or when they need strength and a divine strategy for their next season of life. Through our work together, they're able to live and enjoy their significant life instead of the life that they're striving for or settling for. So, this is for you if you already know that you are ready to live and unlock that unlimited life, the life of joy, peace, potential, favor, and unlimited possibility. This is for the get it done woman, the woman who is in action. She's making big moves, but not really progressing, at least not in the areas that matter most to you right now. And to those on the outside, on the periphery of your life, and even some of the undiscerning people that are right in your inner circle, you and your life seem real good. In some areas, they even covet what you have. But you know the truth. You're stagnant in some places, you're staggering, and you're searching for that right path. You're not trying to climb a ladder, but you know that there's a place, a specific place that you deserve to be. I like to call it the anchored place. And you know you belong there. It's a place that you really can't describe and you haven't quite grasped a hold of it completely, but you can taste it. You have felt it and you'll know it immediately upon arrival. Because let's be honest, you visited the anchored place a few times, but dwelling there, staying there in that anchored place, it seems to keep eluding you. Now, during this series, I want to help you uncover what has you stuck. And I want to offer you a few strategies and tactics and maybe some insights that you are going to be able to leverage that will enable you to enter, embrace, and enjoy the place that you've been pursuing. Because that place, that anchored place, your anchored place, is where you belong. It's home. And for my Bible readers out there, it's that place flowing with milk and honey. It's that place of promise. And I was about to say, girl, are you excited? Because I'm excited. But I realized that just hearing that, for some of you, one or two things happen. You're either excited and energized and let's go, let's get it. I can't wait to hear more. Or you're taking a sigh of relief. You're like, I'm over it. You're saying in your head, really, I'm not here for another empty promise. I'm tired. I've tried everything. Every single thing I know to do, I've already tried it. And I'm smart. I'm diligent. I'm willing to do the work and put my time in. And no, I don't give up easily, Janice, so that ain't who I am. But I'm not sure if there's anything you can say to me in this moment, in this season, that's going to really get me out of this place. But just for kicks, just for giggles, I'll listen to you. And if that's you, I want to just say thank you. Thank you for showing up for you. Even if it's just one more time, thank you. Thank you for giving yourself another chance to get what belongs to you, for giving yourself what you deserve. Listen, future you is waiting, but previous you, she needs this. She needs to know that her fight was not in vain. She needs to know that you are not going to give up when you're so close, that you're not going to settle. Because for you to quit, for you to throw in the towel, for you to just settle for what life is right now is really spitting in her face, pulling her weave out, and calling her a bald head heifer. Don't do that to her. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve more than that. You probably might thinking, how is she all in my head? How does she know about this place? I know about this place because not too long ago, I was right there and no one knew. As a matter of fact, I posted this picture of me during that very time where I was standing in, I think I was in Midtown Atlanta. It's a very statuesque picture. It looked like I stepped out on the cover of a magazine. I did a catwalk because I felt so good in that picture. The dress, the shoes, the hair. It was fierce, if I might add, but I felt strong. I felt beautiful, and I felt broken, stagnant, frustrated, and defeated all at the same time. My manuscript had recently landed in the hands of a well-respected media and publishing company for my industry, and they reached out and wanted to feature me. Now, I was really excited and hopeful and a little bit skeptical because I'm trying to figure out how did my manuscript land in y'all's hands. But after I got over that, I realized that I might allow myself to try my hand at this one more time. When I got that phone call, actually it was an email that led to a phone call, I realized in that moment that I hadn't quite stopped dreaming, not completely, but I wasn't dreaming as big as I used to. I had settled into reasonable, realistic. Now, you got to know that the old Janice, she wasn't really reasonable and realistic. She was pretty much risky and crazy faith type of chick. I'm unbothered by what other folk got to say. And actually, my ears had become deaf to the voices of naysayers. That is, until the naysayers' voices got real close. You know what I mean? When haters are buzzwords until it's somebody you know. Haters, which people post on the internet and be like, yeah, they haters, they hating. When it's somebody in the street, somebody arm length away, somebody, but they ain't that close. But listen, when it's somebody you trust, when it's someone whose opinion that you actually care about, that what they think actually matters to you, yeah, it does something to you. It'll pierce you in ways that you really can't describe. And on the day that I took that picture, on the day when I was walking that streets of Atlanta and we were taking all those photos and making all those videos, and the day that I felt absolutely strong and powerful and courageous and ready to try again, I was so hopeful, and I was just like all in. I even recorded a video, captured a moment, and I made a voiceover. I prayed into my future, and I sealed that prayer with a declaration because you know you want to pray, but then you want to say out loud what you believe. And I believed it. Y'all, I believed it. I believed that I was that woman. I believed that the future that I saw on the day of that photo shoot, I believed that was my future. I was ready. The things were lining up. They found my manuscript. They flew someone down here to come and take my picture. I looked beautiful. The clothes came together. The style came together. Shout out to my girlfriend, Tracy. Everything just came together, and it was so easy and so seamless. And that lasted for about a good 4 months. I had a good, strong 4 months. And before you laugh and before you minimize my 4 months, I don't want you to sleep on my 4 months because, listen, I did a lot in 4 months. I shed 20 pounds of postpartum, plus I don't really know what I want to do next with my life weight. I dared to dream again and make some actions and steps that were aligned with my dreams. I met and established some really amazing relationships and collaborations with people who were where I wanted to be, and it felt good. it was easy. It was like, I'm on track doing what God called me to do. I'm here finally. I even made 6 figures of new revenue in a 26-hour time span in my business. And I'd begun research for a new curriculum for my private clients and my coaching business. My ears to hear had heightened. My prophetic dreams became more consistent again. I just started feeling that me and God and his vision and purpose for my life were all aligned and things were headed in the right direction. And it was good. It was so good. I felt good. It felt good, but I couldn't hold it. Not because I didn't want to. Not because I didn't want to. I wanted to. I desired it. I could taste it. I believed it. It was real to me. I just didn't have the capacity to hold it. Capacity is the maximum of anything that something can hold, the maximum amount that something can hold. One definition of capacity is the potential or suitability for holding and storing and accommodating. And I like this other definition. It says the faculty or potential for treating something, experiencing something, or appreciating something. Can I say that one more time? The faculty or the potential for treating something, experiencing something, and appreciating something. I couldn't hold what I saw. I couldn't even keep what I was experiencing. I couldn't hold or appreciate long-term, not sustained, even what I had experienced. Not yet. No, I couldn't fully receive what I believed. I appreciated it. I desired it. I prayed for it. I even believed that I deserved it. I had earned where I was. I had earned that life that I was experiencing. I earned instant money, easy money that I had worked for using my skills, talents, and expertise that I can fully use all of who I am effortlessly and get paid handsomely for it. I deserved that. I had earned that. I didn't put a lot of years in. But in that moment, you know what was also true? I had more experience fighting for what belongs to me than owning it. I had more experience helping others get to their anchored place than I did embracing, enjoying, and savoring my own. I was more familiar with struggle. And I ain't gonna say comfortable with struggle, because it wasn't comfortable, but I was definitely familiar than I was abundance in every way, every day. I had limited capacity. And I see it every day. I see it all the time in the work that I get to do, and I'm so excited about it. Strong, capable, driven women who are scaling companies, leading causes, shaping the culture, and transforming their communities through their work, their presence, their prayers, and their faith in action, yet lacking the capacity to maintain healthy, whole, mutually life-giving relationships. They lack the capacity to prioritize and sustain their optimal health and mental well-being. They lack the capacity. So let's not even get into it, but I'm going to get into it. To earn the money, keep the money, grow the money. Because hello, the mindset around money, the madness about money, the declarations and the belief that these amazing women have about money. And listen, no judgment, because I was them. And in times, if I don't stay locked in, I can become them. The lies that many of them have embraced that keep them hostage in this area that they are called to master. I see it every day. And it all comes back to capacity, not strategy, capacity, not their education or information. They've read the books. They've gone to the classes. That's you. You've read the books. You've gone to the classes. You've taken the workshops. You don't lack education. You don't even lack the strategy. You could probably pull out a strategy right now and show it to me. You don't even lack the experience. You've had it. You've tasted it. And no, sis, you don't lack the spirituality or the faith. It is capacity that you're lacking. So let me offer you 3 things that you can do to enlarge your capacity. Number 1, you can pray that your eyes are opened, that Holy Spirit will cause you to see what you cannot see. You can pray that your heart becomes sensitive to the things that God is sensitive to. You can pray that you begin to value what he values and detest what he detests, even hate what he hates. Then you'll be able to see what is true, not just your truth. Because y'all know, don't get me started on this idea of your truth versus the truth. Because your truth is not always the truth. But when you ask the Lord to give you eyes to see, he can show you what is true. We don't have time to talk about it on this video, but just read and study and let it be the source of your quiet time and meditation over the next few days. Read Psalm number 19, verses 12 through 14, and look at how the psalmist prayed there. And then also read Psalm number 139, verses 20 to 22. You'll see in each of those passages and set of verses how the psalmist values and place heavy weight on the thoughts of God, on the perspective of God. And often when we don't pray that the Lord gives us eyes to see, what we put weight on are things that he doesn't put weight on. And what we see is so limited and so skewed and so distorted. So I want to just encourage you to start this place of expanding your capacity, of growing your capacity with prayer, with partnership with the one who created all things, the one who created you, the one who knows all, sees all, and is above all. Pray and just ask him simply, Lord, give me eyes to see. I pray something like, Lord, help me to see what I don't want to see. Because when he opens your eyes and you see what he sees and you see what is truth and not what is true and not just your truth, your world begins to enlarge. Things begin to expand and you can make a move based on truth, not what is your reality. Second thing you can do to enlarge your capacity is to release or reassign the weight that you're carrying. The reality of it is you can't hold anything else because you're carrying so much right now. And it's time to either release it. Now, y'all know old me be like, just let that job go. Just go. Let it go. Here, you have it. But I ain't going to say let everything go. I just want you to release it or reassign the weight that you're carrying and stop being the go-to person in every aspect of your life. You're the go-to person in your money. You're the go-to person with the business. You're the go-to person with the kids. You're the go-to person with the friends. You're the go-to person at the church. You're the go-to person at your job. You're the go-to person everywhere. And half it is, it's your own stuff. It's your own doing. I know you're like, but Janice, they keep calling me. Listen, Do Not Disturb is my best friend. DND is my best friend. Just because they call, you don't have to answer. Just because they emailed on me, you got to sit there and stalk your email all day. Boundaries will bless you. It will bless your whole life. Okay, let me come back and focus. Release and reassign the weight that you're carrying. I'm going to share with you a few ways that you can do that. The first thing I want you to release or reassign it's the stories that you are believing about yourself. I had a mentor once in business, and he used to say to us, the stories of your mind become the stories of your life. I'll say it again. The stories of your mind become the stories of your life. His name is Cody Bateman, the founder of Send Out Cards. And I remember he used to tell us in our trainings, he would tell us all the time, Janice, team, the stories of your mind become the stories of your life. Scripture says it like this, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. The stories that you believe about yourself are shaping your life. And many of those stories are old, outdated. They are no longer relevant to who you are. And they definitely don't matter or add value or contribute in a positive way to the person you're becoming. It's time that you release them and reassign them. And see, for some of those stories, it's time for you to just bury those stories, get rid of those stories, deal with them, process them in therapy, process them, do inner healing or deliverance, or however you need to process those stories beyond your journal and with someone else. Deal with those stories, get them in, put them in their proper place so you can expand your capacity. Because you're not going to be able to hold anything else. Your new story can't even come up because you're still holding your old story. You can't even walk into the new you because the old you got a chokehold around you. Stay focused, Janice. Okay. Second thing I want you to release or reassign is the relational weight that you're holding. Many women who are women of influence and strong and making such a profound footprint in the earth right now are still holding the full weight of every relationship in their lives. It was never meant for you to hold the full weight of the relationships in your life. Get clear on what you desire and what you need in order to thrive in every aspect of all relationships that you're in, whether it's your parental relationship, your parents, or your relationship with your children, spousal relationship, your relationship with your husband, girlfriends, your colleagues at work. What is it that you desire? What is it that you need in order to thrive? You need to get clear with that first. Let me tell you something. I know I said do not disturb is my best friend, but a boundary, baby, a boundary can be your bestest friend. Boundaries can be your best friend. And listen, you can have boundaries without breaking up. Get clear on what you need and what you desire to thrive in relationships so you can release and reassign the weight that you're carrying in the relationships that you're in. And the last area I would suggest strongly that you release and reassign the weight is financially. Get clear on what it looks like for you to be fully supported. I share with my clients that we all have a fully supported number. That number is, listen, when I have this amount of money on a consistent basis, I'm good. I'm good. Now, I remember there's a season of my life, long time ago, not no time recently. It was a time right after my divorce where I was praying to the Lord and I was just like, Father, if I am fully supported, I can fully serve. And I was making a plea. I was negotiating with God. Listen, if you can make sure I have what I need, God, I'll give you everything that I am. Now, here's the reality. I was going to give God everything that I am anyway. But what I was saying was, Lord, could you help take the pressure off? Can you make it easier for me to show up as the woman that you've called me to be? And at that time, again, remember, it was right after the divorce. I was living in an apartment, so I didn't even have a house. I was just, can you make sure my four walls and everything within it are taken care of? Make sure the girls' tuition is taken care of. Can you make sure my car payment is paid for? And can I get my hair and nails done? 4 walls, tuition, food, and hair and nails was the only thing extra that I wanted. I felt like if you handle all of those things, Lord, my business expenses, my life expenses, I'm good. That was fully supported. Now, listen, that was not enough. That was enough at that time. That was not, don't get me wrong. That was enough at that time. That's just where I was. That's the capacity I had in that season of life. Today, fully funded looks completely different. Fully funded is, listen, rent for a year. Fully funded for me is like, how do you take care of everything that I got going on and then allow me to be able to pay rent for a year for a single mom? Allow me to be able to adopt a college student for 4 years and take care of their living expenses so all they have to focus on is going to school. Like fully funded, what does that look like for you? Is fully funded being able to take a year off to finish that book that you know that once it's written is literally going to transform the lives of those who read it? What's your fully funded number? So let's go back. Part of increasing our capacity, number one, is to pray and open our eyes that would cause us to see what we don't want to see or what we need to see and are unable to see. Number two, release or reassign the weight that we're carrying. And the weight that we've been carrying is in 3 forms: stories about ourselves, relational weights, and I just talked about financial weights. There are lots of other weights that you're probably carrying, probably some around your midsection or something, but we ain't talking about that today, okay? And the third and final thing that I believe you need to do that'll help you to increase your capacity to unlock your unlimited life is to up-level your connections. Things begin to shift for me when I changed the people that I was around, when I changed and deepened who was pouring into me, when I expanded my horizons through the connections that I had. Your current connections have gotten you where you are, and you've only been successful or have only been successful at helping you to sustain where you are. Listen, that doesn't mean anything. I'm not making a judgment about anybody that you're in a relationship with. I don't know them. I probably don't even know you. I'm just saying, but what I am saying is this: if you're not at your highest and best, unlocked, unlimited potential and you're in connection with these people, something about their relationship has been unsuccessful at unlocking what is next for you, or it's been very successful at causing you to maintain where you are. And it's time you get new connections that will stretch you and support you in your next level. Deepen the current connections that you have, because some of you got amazing people in your corner. You got amazing people right at your fingertips that are right there, arm's length away. People would fight for the type of connections that you have, but you still playing around on the periphery. You still on the border and on the fringes, not because they aren't making themselves available or they haven't made opportunities for you to deepen the connection. Your stuff, that story, remember the story we had talked about earlier? The story that you're telling yourself about yourself is keeping you on a peripheral, and you're not getting the maximum benefit from those connections. So either get new connections or deeper the current connections. Or this. I had a mentor, she talked about this. She said every year she would evaluate her relationships, and she would make a list of her current friendships and relationships. And what she would do is she'd decide who has to go in a different category of her life, and who is no longer adding value to the woman that she is and the goals that she set and the way that she's living her life in this season of life. And she did it, and she just took inventory and assessed her relationship. So I'm going to say, do something similar to my mentor and assess your relationship. And you either need to get some new connections, deepen the current connections, or disconnect from some connections, because some connections are literally draining you and they're taking up far too much space, and it's hindering you from enlarging your territory. Oftentimes we stay stuck circling around the same mountain because we've taken this idea that Glenn Doyle says we can do hard things, that quote, we've taken that out of context. You over here signing up for hard stuff. You're doing the wrong hard things. Just because it's hard don't mean you got to do it. Just because this is hard and you're doing it doesn't make you strong. It doesn't mean that you are the right person. It doesn't mean that you're admirable or honorable. And just because it's hard doesn't mean you are the one that got to do it. You don't have to do all the hard stuff. I think sometimes we have decided that if it's hard, it's right. Hard don't equal right. Hard doesn't equal that it is the best thing. Hard just means it's hard sometimes, and hard doesn't mean that you got to be the one to do it. Jesus says it this way: my yoke is easy, my burden is light. Easy in that verse, it doesn't mean effortless. What it means is easy to bear. His burden, it is easy for you to bear because it's designed to shape you, not break you. As we end our time together on this video, I'm so excited. I pray that something that I said today has encouraged you, has challenged you, has stretched you, and has equipped you to live this life unstuck, embracing your unlimited life, your unlimited possibility, your unlimited potential, your unlimited prosperity, your unlimited peace and unlimited joy. And I want to remind you this, that girl, you're not stuck. At least you don't have to stay stuck. What you really need to do is increase your capacity to embody the life that you prayed about, embody the life that you fought for, embody the life that you've poured so much into receiving. But you can be soaring in life because you've increased your capacity, and then you know the truth about your identity. Be blessed. Talk to you later. Bye.